Today we're talking...
Hi everyone, it's Sam Zitten from JSU of St. Louis here with your moment of inspiration for this week. This week, as you might have guessed from the intro, we're talking about wood. Specifically, wood mentioned in the Medrash for this week's Parsha. We're learning from Parshas Vayigash, where Yosef is finally the viceroy of Egypt now. He's set up the whole country for his family to come down and join him. And his brothers tell his father Yaakov, your son Yosef, who you've been missing for 22 years, who you've been aching for and yearning to see every day of your life, is alive. He's alive down there in Egypt, and he has paved the way. He's set up food. He's set up a place place for us to live. Everything is ready for us to go. And you would imagine that any parent after finding that their child is alive after so much time where they thought they had died, would be thrilled and overwhelmed and on their way out the door before you could say another word about it. But the Medrash tells us that that's not what Yaakov does. Yaakov does something amazing here. As a woodworker, it was of interest to me. He stops and he cuts down some trees. He cuts down some very special trees. According to tradition, they're known as acacia wood, a kind of acacia tree. And he cuts down these huge, massive trees. This was not a simple operation. This was not taking a little saw and cutting down a sapling. These were felling huge trees, and he prepares to bring these trees with him to Egypt. He's preparing to move his entire family to Egypt for an extended period of time. And Yaakov is a smart guy. He knows that Egypt is this terribly, spiritually empty and dangerous place. Yaakov's experienced this before. When he went to work in the house of Lavan to earn the marriage of Rachel and Leah, he prepared by stopping in the yeshiva of Shem and Aver on the way to learn Torah for 14 years before he felt spiritually strong enough to go deal with the challenges of the house of Lavan. Once they get to Egypt, after they're going to move to Goshen, he tells one of his sons to go ahead and set up a study hall for him to go teach Torah in, because he understands the difficulties that his families will face while he's there. And he needs to be able to prepare them spiritually for that. The wood is an interesting question, though. Why does he bring this wood? This wood winds up being used to build the Mishkan, the tabernacle in the desert. And he knows through some kind of prophecy or divine inspiration that his descendants are not going to have access to this wood in the desert. These kind of trees, huge tall trees, don't grow in the middle of the desert, and they're going to need this kind of wood. But some of the deeper sources tell us that there's another reason for this. There's another reason that he cuts down these trees. Not just so that they'll have the wood later on when they need it, but so that his descendants, his children and his children's children, the entire time that they're in Egypt, will see this wood as a physical reminder of the work and preparation that their forefather did for them. The fact that he saw a positive outcome in the end. He saw them leaving Egypt and needing this wood. He made those preparations and sacrificed, delaying his reunion with his son Yosef, to make sure that we would have access to that wood when we needed it. We could look at that wood and see that someone believed in us. Someone knew one day we were going to be successful and leave Egypt. Every single one of you has had people in your life who have made sacrifices for you, who have made investments for you, who has laid the groundwork for you to be able to be successful. I want to give a special thank you to those of you in the wake of our JSU Gala who donated to JSU and allowed us to keep doing our important work. All the kids out there watching this, all the JSUers out there watching this should know and understand that there are people who believe in you, people who support you and want you to succeed. And they're investing in your future to make sure that that success will come to bear and come to fruition. Thank you so much for listening, everybody. This has been your moment of inspiration from JSU of St. Louis. Have a fantastic week, and for those of you going on winter break, enjoy it. Stay safe out there. Bye, everyone.